Ahoy, Let's Watchers, it's me, your valiant Captain Vasco. In the last episode, I took on the Oil Spill Island and its weird fiery pipe maze, and unfortunately got my first KO of the Let's Play when a tank was kinda glitching out in the corner of the level. That tank is a real jerk. They don't show up terribly often, but they do have some serious firepower, so watch out for it. But I wanted to start off this episode with Bomberman to show you that he was A-okay. I'm also realizing he has enough money for an upgrade, so let's buy one real quick, just cuz. Bash Smash. I want his dynamite to do more damage. Didn't seem to be doing as much as I wanted it to in the last episode, unfortunately, which may have contributed to his untimely downfall. Anyway, we've got our next destination in mind and opened up already. It is called Darkwater Cove, which I have written down on my notes here. I've started taking notes because the levels do ultimately get much more complicated to get all the collectibles from, and this level is one that's given me extensive trouble in the past. I am on the wrong path. Let's head back over here. Might not be the best Skylander to be walking around the overworld with.
Everything's in working order. Never really know, but what the heck? Life's a carp shoot, right?
It's like shooting carp in a barrel, my friend. Carp in a barrel. Let's head off.
Terrific! I love a long water voyage. We'll set sail at once. Gee, I hope I don't get seasick.
You're a fish. You shouldn't. That's weird.
Too late.
I like that he didn't even wait for the ship to pull a 90-degree angle down into the edge of the world. That's the thing that'd make me seasick. I mean, I'm relatively sensitive to motion sickness, so yeah, I bet I'm pretty seasick under certain conditions.
It figures. The main gates are closed. I guess we'll have to land at the outer island.
I've missed having Boomer in the cutscenes. He's so wonderful.
Looks like we're going to have to find a way inside the fortress if we're going to retrieve the spouts. Yep, this is just perfect.
It's going to get so much worse, my fine fishy friend. But before we do anything, let's smash this stuff and try and pick up some treasure. And speaking of treasure, well, it's not actually treasure, but it's an important collectible. A soul gem! That's right, it's the soul gem for Dino-Rang, a boomerang-throwing dinosaur who's on my B team, so I'll be glad to have this in my arsenal. Let's not preview him, though. I think I may actually end up showing off my B team Skylanders at some point, just because they've been an important part of this playthrough. Plus, I'm sure a bunch of you would probably like to see, you know, a number of Skylanders. I'm definitely not showing all of them, though, because I don't own all of them, nor do I really aspire to. But heading up here, something's going to happen.
Carp! We've been splattered by their artillery!
They're gonna make a point. A point about how deadly they are.
That sure is going to make things a lot harder. Guess the best thing to do is to keep out of their crosshairs.
I mean, it's not like that was our boat, so I feel like we're fine. I don't know why he's so concerned by that. Right. This is an Earth Skylander area, which I'm going to ignore for a brief second while I blow up a bunch of stuff and collect more treasure! Actually, I probably should switch. Terrafin could definitely use another share of treasure. He'll pick up whatever he can find along this path. Nothing important over here, as I recall, other than those barrels, which, if you're obsessive about collecting treasure like me, you may be interested in. Whoop. Yeah, it can actually be fairly tricky to dodge those if you have a slower Skylander. Oh, and a new enemy type, and an airplane that hopefully you can't hear. This enemy type is about as easy to kill as the Chompies, which are notoriously dumb. However, they do a great deal more damage, as I recall. It may just be that they're better at attacking, and so I think that they do more damage, but I think they actually do, like, a fair amount more damage than Chompies. I remember them being fairly strong, but relatively easy to kill. But, you know, go ahead and quote me on that even if I'm wrong, and then, you know, you can blame it on me. Oh. Hey, look, it's a whole bunch of those guys that we just met. It does actually take them a while to get their attack up and going. They have a running charge attack. So, you know, even if you're in a tight spot, you can fairly easily avoid taking damage from them. There we go, break that fence, more treasure. Yeah, Terrafin's up to a couple hundred already. I would like to buy his soul gem thing, but in order to do that I'd have to get his soul gem, which is in a bonus level, which I'd be doing way out of order. And secondly, all of the bonus gem things cost like, I think it's 4,000 to start, or 3,000, no, 3,600? It's like a whole bunch of gold. It's more than 3,000 gold. It's expensive. I don't know why I'm wandering around. Blastoneer! It's a squid with a gun! Squid gun! Isn't a squid gun a thing in a different video game? What game is that? If anyone knows, please remind me in the comments. I'm pretty sure that exists. But, yeah, you know, exploding cannonballs do a fair amount of damage. But, you know, there are ways to avoid taking damage. Why are you just standing there like a jerk? No, not like a jerk, more like a dumb face. As I've said in the past, one of my favorite things about Terrafin, well, really altogether my favorite thing about Terrafin is his burrowing. I just happen to like more than one thing about it. I like his comical muttering to himself, and I also like the fact that he can avoid damage and move more quickly while underground. It's a really useful technique. And it's actually something that's nice to have on your team. Plus, if you're looking to play all of the levels, including the bonus ones that you buy in the adventure packs, then you're gonna pick one up, you know, incidentally. So you may as well try him out, see if you like him as much as I do. Let's break a bunch of boxes and stuff. That's cool. Probably gonna switch Terrafin out on the other side of this bridge.
Skylanders of the water lent us stronger.
Really meant to turn off my Xbox Live connection before playing. I will perpetually forget to do that. The funny thing is, if I ever do remember, it won't be obvious, so you'll have no idea whether I did it or not. Let's go here. Oh yeah, something weird's about to happen. Check this out. Once I break through this fence... Breaking through fences is harder with punching Skylanders, for the record. So yeah, take a look at this. It's a place that's really far away. Why did I need to see that? I really don't understand why they set that up that way. I think it's time to switch Skylanders. I said I was going to do it earlier, and I was busy talking, so sorry about that. Go blow up some stuff, get some treasure and a key, and then, because they showed me that other thing that makes it seem as though I want to use that key all the way over there, they then have to show me a second unnecessary cutscene to clarify that this key does in fact lead to the only path forward. It just seems unnecessary. I don't know why they did that. Got more of these Scramble friends. I don't know why I call them that. Their name isn't Scramble. They don't particularly scramble. They're also not my friends, so that's just really misleading, I guess. Are there more of them down here? I don't recall. Oh no, we have a different kind of friend. Gilgrunt makes the weirdest noises. Oh, it's more Scramble friends. Hooray. I guess I'm calling them that now. I don't know. I'll probably forget in 10 minutes. And we'll just forget that the whole thing happened. Because if I don't remember, then you don't have to remember. Good. Here's where my notes start. As I think I mentioned in the last episode, I really do hate these lock puzzles. But I'm going to use notes so that I don't flounder around on these and waste a bunch of your time. So let's start by making 4 lefts. 1, a 2, a 3, and 4 of them. And then we go right twice. 1, 2. Then we do left. Do right. Now we do right again. Right again. Right again. And then 2 lefts. 1, a 2. There we go. That is the shortest way to do that one. I'm using a specific site for most of my walkthrough purposes because it's fairly comprehensive and does a good job of detailing the elemental areas and
You need a magic Skylander to unlock this gate.
And also like where the treasure chests and various legendary treasures are. It just lays them out nicely. I'll probably leave a link in the description for you, in case you want to consult that. But here, actually, I need two things first, right? I want to come down here, and there's something I want somewhere around here. I think it's on the other side of the water, though. Alright. Yes, I missed this in every playthrough up till my practice one just now. The story scroll for the level. It's hidden in a strange place. You can sort of see it from other areas, but...
A note from a salty sea dog says it's not easy being a pirate.
No, it is
Many
not.
complain of long hours, seasickness, and parrot bites. Worst of all is having to explain what a poop deck is.
Haha, poop joke. Actually, if you can hang on for it, the,
You need a magic Skylander
pirate
to unlock
bonus
this.
level does actually explain what a poop deck is, although it may not be what you're expecting it to be. Anyway, we got a magic gate, need a magic Skylander. Spyro's still wearing a Viking helmet. And it's been a while since we saw him because of those technical difficulties. Sorry about that. But now we've got a magical bridge and a path
Skylanders of the
forward.
magic element are stronger in this zone.
Dun, dun, doo, 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 doo. Blow stuff up with my fire breath. I don't think there's anything over here. There is not. But once you break both those fences, you got a teleporter. There's a couple enemies in here, so watch out for that. There's one right here. As soon as you've charge. This guy takes more of a beating than I remember. Or maybe I just need to upgrade Spyro. Or maybe both. Hard to say. I'm gonna go with both, and try to remember to upgrade him at some point. He's definitely got enough points for something, since I don't think I've upgraded him at all. Sad face. So yeah, you take this bounce pad up to this cliff, find more enemies. Enemies that aren't particularly observant. It's always good for me, because you're gonna do less killing. Remember that this treasure is here. It's fairly tricky to get, and if you forget about it, you miss out on it. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I'm actually probably going to miss it. It's fairly tricky to get, as I said. Let's bounce up here. Oh, bounce to the right. Bounce to the right again. Bounce to the right again. Oh, and I missed. But I landed on the treasure, so that's one way to do it. If you successfully make it up to that platform, which hopefully you do manage to do, because there's something important up there for us, you can sort of sidle off to the left, so hop off on the left side once you're done doing what you're doing up there. Goodness, this seemed a lot easier when I was doing it in my practice run. Although the bounce pads are notoriously difficult to work with. Oh, and I bounced all the way back to the start. Ah, goodness. Having a good day. Having a good day. Actually, I'm not having technical difficulties? What? Was I really going to say that? That's not even remotely words. Well, I'm not having whatever thing I was going to say. So, yeah, I'd say so far, it's a relatively good day. These aren't going to be as horrifying to edit as the past couple have been. Oh, come on. I could not have done that better. Okay, I'm going to switch to a Skylander that's not so floaty, and hopefully that will help. Welcome back, Bomberman. If Spyro's not going to play nice, then he can't play at all. Sorry, fans. Let's do this. Ooh, I'm stuck now for some reason. That's weird. Bounce up here. See, it's much easier without Spyro for some reason. I don't know why that is. I wasn't using Spyro in my practice run because obviously I didn't want to get extra treasure and experience points without you guys watching. So that might have been why that seemed much easier before. Anyway, we've got this lock up here. And I don't think I actually have the quickest path for this one because, well, I'm not sure. I haven't tested this one. I tested a longer path. This one is shorter, so let's see. Left once, twice, 3 times. Then I want right 5 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then left twice. 1, 2. Right twice. 1, 2. And then left twice. And that should do it, I think? I think that'll work. There we go, all the tumbler strings. Perfect score. Alright, I did manage to find the shortest path. Awesome. It doesn't actually give you any bonuses for getting the perfect score on those puzzles, so feel free to take your time and not worry about it. I just didn't, because, oh my goodness. When I play through these levels, I have a heck of a time doing the lock puzzles. I mean, they're fairly straightforward. I just never take the time to think them through because they look so much simpler than they actually are. So I have a tendency to waste a bunch of time, so I made a deal with myself that I wouldn't waste your time on camera doing that, and instead waste your time with this explanation. But we've got ourselves a new hat, and we're going to put it on Spyro, so now he's a tiki dragon. And we'll drop back down here since I already accidentally picked up that treasure, and cross our way back to the main level.
Skylanders of the water element are stronger in this zone.
Sure, let's switch back to Water Skylander. He could use some more treasure. I really want to get him that upgrade. Sooner rather than later. Maybe I'll try to make it a goal so that he has enough gold by the end of this to buy it. Squid-face brute! Time to raise anchor! And then drop it abruptly on your face! Actually, we saw one of those already in the, Wow, water's doing a lot of damage, huh? We saw one of these squid-face brutes in the Magic Gate. However, it did not give us the introduction to them, interestingly enough. Let's break some stuff, not get any treasure, frown a little bit. Let's blast that fence out of the way, but before we move on, since that's the main path of the level, we want to head over to here. There's a treasure chest, I believe. There we go. Let's shake our right stick like a Polaroid picture. Make an outdated music reference, like I do. Gather up all the treasure. I think that might actually be enough to buy the upgrade, assuming that I've unlocked the ability to buy it, which I'm not sure if I have. Water spell punks. They make little puddles that if you step in them, they freeze you. However, I didn't actually know what they did until I looked it up, because I've never actually stepped in their puddle. I assumed it was just take damage, but apparently they don't do you any damage at all. They just freeze you. So they're not actually a huge threat, these guys. Let's pick up some of this treasure. So yeah, basically, you know, you're going to want to beat them for experience if nothing else, but they're not the biggest threat, so you can generally afford to leave them for last in a group. However, they can cause you problems if they're in a group with a lot of aggressive enemies, because they can freeze you in place. Wow. I do not remember Gilgrunt taking out these guys quite so effectively, but I'll take it. I mean, I suppose it is also a water-boosted area. Let me check my notes for a second. Just after the bridge. Did that. Soul gem. Yeah, I don't think there's actually anything down here. So I don't know what this is for. In fact, I'm gonna do a little reconnaissance just to make sure there's nothing fun here. But I'm actually quite certain that there's no collectibles out here. I guess this might just be if you happen to fall off, there's a bounce pad to get back up. But usually in a situation like that, there's treasure of some kind. Ah, there's just meat. That's all there is, just some meat. Well, that's wacky. Anyway, let's move along this earth bridge. I'm gonna switch Skylanders soon, since Gilgrunt obviously just leveled up. Oh, missed one. Wow, that did a ton of damage. Absolute ton. Right. Now I sort of understand why that's there. It's partially to throw you off, I guess. This is a soul gem over here. I'm gonna bounce my way over to. That, again, I never picked this one up until my practice playthrough. It's really quite out in the open, yet I still managed to miss it. This is for Igniter, a Skylander I just happened to pick up for myself because I kind of always wanted one. And I managed to find the Singleton one, which is super rare. I was very excited. He's a lot of fun to play with, but he's another one that's kind of hard to beat levels with at a low level. He's kind of slow, but he's really powerful. In fact, he's the most powerful Skylander if the stats cards are to be believed. No, let's not preview him, even though I'm a big fan. So this enemy followed me down here, but I don't think he can actually walk on a bounce pad. So he managed to get himself stuck over there. That's kind of funny. Pick up that treasure. Yeah, I think with 1,000 treasure and an extra level, it's time to switch it out. Let's go to Terrafin. What element is this area? Oh, it's Earth. Good, 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 good. I knew there were some Earth areas in this level. I wasn't sure if the early one was the only one. Body slam, get rocketed at. Punch some guys into oblivion. Oh, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Oh, some cake. I'll eat it for no reason. Pick up this key. I want that for later. I didn't even know you were there, guy. Bye? I don't know. I can't talk today. Just ignore that. Get some more treasure from my sharky friend. I have to break these barrels to reveal this teleporter. This teleporter is going to lead us, well, to these cannon guys who are being jerks. And also to the legendary... Yeah, it's the legendary treasure of the level. It's some sort of bird statue. Hooray! It's a parrot totem, because this level is vaguely pirate-themed. There's a much more pirate-themed level later on, as I mentioned, the, is it the Pirate Seas? Something like that. It's, one of the 4 Adventure Pack levels. And, it's definitely my favorite level in the whole game. No, not close. Burrowing time! Body slam! Yeah, I like that the body slam can attack multiple enemies at once. It's very useful. It's also fairly powerful. Whoop. Want this treasure. Whoop. Oh, I thought I could burrow in time, but I didn't. Now I took a bunch of damage for no reason. Yeah, if you play it slowly and cautiously, you can make it through most levels taking very minimal damage if you have the burrowing technique. I got a little impatient there, I guess. I guess I was also trying to mix up my strategies. Squidler! He fires explosive blowfish out of a gun. It's weird. It's very similar to that enemy we met earlier in the level, though. Boom! That sure sent him flying. Did that kill him? Did I one-shot him with the body slam? I didn't think that was that strong. What are you doing, water guy? What are you doing, water guy? I don't know why I'm chasing you. I don't need to kill you, but I want to kill you. I'm just being a jerk, that's all. There we go. Apparently it does freeze you. Good to know. And all you have to do to break out of that is, shake the right stick in this version. I forget, the Wii version has its own way of handling those things. And I don't remember exactly how that works. But right, we've got 2 Skylanders who've leveled up. I believe this next area is a magic area. So let's see if we can level up Spyro in this one. With his tiki hat. That looks ridiculous.
The magic element are stronger in this zone.
Ding, ding. So that's the artifact that we need for completing our MacGuffin magical device of saving the universe. Oh, I don't like you. When I don't have burrowing power, you're much more frightening. Yeah, the anchor guys deal a whole lot of damage. The squid face Bruces? Bruces? Yeah, squid face Bruce. That's what we're going with. Clearly, I am not in a good state of mind, because I can't speak English at all. But yeah, Bruce is kind of an intimidating enemy, so watch out for him. Oh. I don't know why I thought that was treasure. They were clearly following me around. Clearly enemies. You're dead. You're going to die. Yes, and I got that level up, like I said I would. So this has been a very productive level. Yeah, if you play along using the Skylander of the appropriate element type, you can level up much more quickly by gaining all that bonus experience.
Great work, Skylander. Now we just have to capture this frigate and get out of here.
Alright, I'm down for the pirate-based activity of boat stealing. Seems like fun. It's not treasure, it's fire. I don't know why I thought it was treasure when I saw it through the tree. I am clearly treasure happy. I'm guess it has something to do with the fact that we're playing this pirate-themed level. Hi, everybody! I hope you like fire. It's a little late to say no, because I've sort of burned you to death. It does kind of weird me out that there's a couple of Skylanders that seem to have, like, off-type attacks. Like, I mean, I know Spyro's an established character, but he's a magic Skylander who's clearly using a fire-based attack. Seems a little weird to me, but I don't mind it too terribly.
Blast! We need to open the main gate! 2 things. 1, the pirates say the switch is way up on that tower. And 2, they also lie a lot. No. Good luck. Let me know how you do.
Also, I sort of failed to notice, or failed to mention, rather, that Gurglefin puts on a pirate hat and fake beard to try and pretend like he's a pirate, I guess so he doesn't get attacked. It's not a very good disguise, it's a very obviously fake beard. There we go, made the jump. That's a tricky one. You're going to want to get over here, because this teleporter is going to take you to a treasure chest, I believe? Which means, let's switch to a character who doesn't have 1,000 gold, shall we? How's Terrafin doing for gold? He's got more than that. You know what, I think I'm gonna give it to Gilgrunt, Jabu Jabu. Just because I want to give myself the best possible chance of getting that upgrade immediately after this level. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Still making that same dated music reference for anyone paying close attention at home. Oh, can I get this? Yeah, I got it to fall down somehow. Yeah, sometimes treasure just gets stuck on like fence posts and stuff, but for some reason it's like naturally magnetized towards. I was just standing on an enemy's head just there. It's kind of weird. Right, and a water gate. Almost forgot that was a water gate. I thought there's just another secret area. But it's a good thing I'm already with my water Skylander. Right. So, there's 2 things of importance here, as I recall. One of them is up here. I think. Oh, there it is. I thought it was another treasure chest up here, but it's in like pitch blackness, so it's kind of hard to spot. But, yeah. So there you go. I have an abundance of treasure now for Gilgrunt. Probably won't be playing with him for a little bit, but that's okay. Because the next time I play with him, he will hopefully have that next upgrade I want for him. Some treasure on this coast here. Got a watermelon slice if you take some damage from these weird statues. Whoop! Don't push me out of the way, that's just mean. Yeah, these statues sort of line this little river area and shoot angry eye lasers at you. And your goal is to get along on these weird self-propelled wooden rafts without falling off so you can reach the end, which you can't climb out of the water onto these things, annoyingly enough. Although I think with the other water Skylander I was using in my practice playthrough, I actually did manage to do that consistently. That was Slam Bam, for anyone who's interested. He's the sort of... Ow, ow, ow. Dang it! Fell off because of the laser, and I'm mad about it. I'm angry now. I got lasered again, and I'm more pissed just out of principle. I'm annoyed out of principle. Now I'm just like trying to get lasered, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, the thing is, it's pretty difficult to actually avoid getting hit because these platforms are very small. So you kind of have to just get lucky with the timing, or have to try to stay close enough to the center that being hit with a laser isn't going to knock you off. But it is fairly challenging. If you get lucky, though, you don't even have to worry about it. I clearly did not get lucky, and instead got upset. Here we go. This is the far end. Gotta bounce. Oh no, I did it wrong, Oh, phew. Bounce onto this, collect all this treasure, and now we're right where we want to be. So yeah, it can be tricky to time the, hang on. I guess this one is shallow enough that I can get on it? How did I get on it? There we go, somehow I got on it. I'm gonna get shot, aren't I? Nope, apparently not. And look, another thing, another collectible for us. What type of hat is this? A tropical turban. It's one of those, like, Chiquita banana fruit hats. While I'm wearing it, let's see. Let me see. I really can't speak English today, you guys. But looks like I got all my collectibles, so all I gotta do now... We're back to the start of this area. Hop into this whirlpool. Warp my way back to the level at large. And let's switch to Cinder to finish off the level. She hasn't reached her 3rd level yet. Probably won't at any record speed since this is not an undead area. Oh, I didn't realize those guys could break fences. Interesting. Fun fact, I suppose. Warped just in the nick of time. And once you kill those guys, this enemy gate clears a path for you. Sorry. I'm having difficulty speaking in every possible fashion today. Yes, Alduin hasn't picked up all that much treasure, unfortunately, but she did just pick up an upgrade for her lightning. As you can tell, it is now pinkish purple, just like she is. And once we climb up here, we've actually reached the end of the level by activating this button, open the gate, and clear the path back to the ruins. Hooray! Now let's steal a ship in pirate style. Make our way home.
Yes, Skylander! We're free! And on one of their own ships! Haha! You know, I always wanted to be a pirate. I wonder how I'd look with an eye patch.
Oh, I guess that's not a fake beard in his picture. That's actually just like a like rust-covered pair of overalls. I always thought that was a fake beard because you could see the strap going up like over his head, but I guess that's just his weird no-neck, shoulder, body configuration. Anyway, we got all our collectibles, we beat the level, did it at a nice pace too, didn't get too bogged down by those puzzles, as I had hoped that we wouldn't. Very, very exciting.
Behold the Twin Spouts of Ocea-Major-Minor, forged from the scales of the Leviathan.
Plonk. Well, that was easy. Oh, I guess there's more to it.
Now that the Twin Spouts of Ocea-Major-Minor are in place, we can talk about the eternal water source. Turns out...
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be silly. And demonstrate a point that you can actually change characters at almost any point in the game, including in the middle of a cutscene. This should liven up this cutscene.
Located in a string of islands.
String of islands? Huh! What are we waiting for? I'll get the boat ready.
Oh, you'll need more than a boat, I'm afraid. From what I've heard, the eternal water source has returned to the sea and can only be summoned with the 4 ancient statues on these islands.
Why do I think there's a big butt in all of this?
Because Hugo's a big
But
butt.
I've also heard rumors of a giant fish that lives in those waters. It's said that he eats whole villages. The locals call him Leviathan.
Leviathan? Oh.
It looks as if we have more than just chaos and the darkness to worry about. You must be extremely cautious.
Alright, now that we've gratuitously explained how the next level works, even though we haven't gotten there yet, and accidentally picked up this oil can that I can't get rid of, let's make our way upstairs, buy some upgrades, and call it an episode. Hopefully, as I said, I'll be able to get the... Well, let's just show it off, huh? Let's switch to Gil Grunt, see if we can manage that upgrade. Fruit head looks funny on him. Alright, upgrade. Water jetpack. I do have enough money for it. Excellent. So check it out. Whoosh! I am so much faster with the water jetpack. It's really exciting. Like, This makes Gilgrunt a much stronger character in my opinion. Up until this point, he's reasonably strong. I like the hose and its ability to do like crowd control, push back numerous enemies, and then like do his projectile attacks. Like I really like his style, but he moves so slowly that it's really awkward and difficult to escape danger. But with this, you can get into or out of combat real quick. It's nice. And the water recharges relatively quickly, so that's nice too. And as I recall, 2 more characters that we used in that level managed to pick up a bunch of treasure. Let's see what we can do for Spyro. As I said, he seemed to be a little weak. So let's buy him... He can do long-range attack or flying. Oh, have I already upgraded him twice and he still seems kind of weak? That's unfortunate. Well, let's increase the range of his attacks so that he doesn't have to get quite so up close and personal to damage the enemies. And how much gold do I have left over? 500? I'll save that for another occasion. One more upgrade. Let's see what we can do for our friend Terrafin. Chomp, chomp, chomp! Upgrade. Ooh, these are both good ones. Ooh, that's a tough call. I think I'm gonna buy him his ranged attack. Feeding Frenzy. Like the oil can just floating there during this cutscene. So check it out. So you can shoot like baby sharks that will attack things. So now he doesn't have to get quite so up close and personal if he doesn't want to. Fun fact, you can actually shoot these baby sharks while underground. So now you can attack enemies while underground without having to get out like you do with the belly flop. It adds a little bit of variety to his attacks. It's nice. As I said, I'm a big fan of Garchomp. He's sweet. But yeah, that's just gonna do it for this episode, I think. We've recovered this Ocea-Major-Minor pot of water or whatever. And we got a bunch of upgrades and a bunch of levels, and we didn't take too long doing it. All in all, very productive level. Body slam! Haha. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you here next time. I forget the name of the next level because I haven't played that one. I'm gonna have to record that in the near future. But once we get there, we're gonna collect some statues, apparently, and then make our way to the water elemental source. Nice, huh? Alright, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe and comment if you're feeling it. And stay tuned for more. Later, everybody.